Turning now to a tragic shooting in Southwest Florida. A police officer accidentally shot and killed a woman during a community exercise in Punta Gorda. 73-year-old Mary Knowlton was participating in a shoot-don't-shoot role-playing situation. Authorities say the officer's gun accidentally had a live round in it.
Our entire police department and all of our city leaders are absolutely devastated for everyone involved in this unimaginable event. I am asking that if you pray for Mary's husband and family and for all of the officers and witnesses.
Well, David Begnaud is in Punta Gorda, Florida. David, what can you tell us about what appears to be a tragic accident?
Well, I don't know if it's that the officer accidentally had live rounds in the gun. The question is, did he fail to take it out? And a lot of people are asking this morning, why was a real gun even being used in a role-play scenario? These are citizen academies that happen all over the country. That's what this was. 73-year-old Mary Knowlton came here to her local police department, where she is known on a first-name basis, to take part in a several-week process that gives people in the community a chance to see what their police go through. And yesterday, she was the first person up on deck. There were 30 or so people in the Citizens Academy, and she was selected as number one. And the idea was they were going to run through a role-play scenario of what would you do if a bad guy started shooting. So a police officer laid on the ground. He pretended to be the bad guy. And Miss Knowlton was the officer. And so she walked up to the bad guy on the ground, and the idea in the role-play scenario is the bad guy starts shooting at the civilian, just to give the civilian an idea of, whoa, you didn't even know that was coming. But when that happened, the trouble was, when the officer pulled the trigger, there was live ammunition, and reportedly, Miss Knowlton was shot not once but several times, to the horror of the other people in the Citizens Academy who were watching. Back out here live at the scene, I'll give you a close look at what it is. So the police department, you don't see this very often, is covered in crime scene tape. All around the police department is. And where those gentlemen are standing next to the blue tent in the back part of the property, that is where we are told Miss Knowlton was shot. She didn't die there. She was transported to a local hospital where she was pronounced. But the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, Anne-Marie, has taken over the investigation. And so they are now going to ask some of the questions like, why were they using a real gun? How did this scenario play out? And the other questions that go into, again, what's being termed as just a sad, sad situation.
It really is. You know, here we are in this country having this sort of national conversation about police departments and how they connect to the community. This was obviously an attempt to have the police work with the community, help them understand each other, and it goes terribly wrong. David Begnaud, thank you so much.